Okay, everybody, today you have a substitute. So it's an asynchronous day. I apologize I'm not there. Have to help out my mom. So like always, we start off on our class's Canvas page. And like always, we click on the modules link over here on the left-hand side. So click on that. You find today's agenda. Everything's organized by date. Today is the 17th. So click on the 5/17 asynchronous agenda. And here's what you need to do. So first of all, a couple reminders. Your rough draft of your Mollusk one-pager is due tomorrow, Tuesday the 18th by midnight. That's worth 30 points. Don't bail on that. Remember, if you do a good job of answering all the questions in that rough draft, that's a good template of all the writing that you need to do for your final draft on your one-pager. So it's worth your time to do that. Your final draft of your one-pager, all looking pretty and all colored and all your drawings, is due Friday, this Friday, May 21st by midnight. That's worth 70 points. So this assignment together, the rough draft and the final draft, is worth 100 points. That's big. Make sure you do it. Now, because it isn't a big assignment, I want to make sure that you get help if you need it. And I'm available for you to help you in person if you're in person. I can help you after school or during lunch. My lunch is second lunch, and I will be there, of course, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I can also help you via email, so quick questions via email all the time, so including today. And also Zoom conferences. I can do a one-on-one Zoom conference with you. You do need to pre-arrange that with me. I can help you Tuesday through Friday. Wednesday's a great day to do that because that's that asynchronous day, and so you don't have classes anyway. So one of the things that I included for you today is a one-pager checklist. So as you get finished with your one-pager, make sure that you open up this link. It's not an assignment, it's just for you and just for your organization. And so just go through it and make sure that you ask and are honest with yourself, do you have these things done, yes or no? They're very specific. Everything that's listed here is worth points. So if you're checking no for any of these things on this checklist, that's points that you'll miss on your assignment. Okay, so go through that one-pager checklist as you start wrapping up your one-pager. Now, for today's class, you have a pre-recorded lecture on the Introduction to Arthropods. That's our next phylum. And you, like always, have lots of choices of how you do your guided notes. I prefer that you do it in your digital notebook, which I'll go over with you in just a second. But if that doesn't work for you, I have a Microsoft Word copy of the same notes. If that doesn't work for you, you can handwrite the notes as well. And then you just upload a photo of those, or if you do these Microsoft Word notes, you upload that completed file into your digital notebook. If you don't want to listen to my lovely voice going through this arthropod PowerPoint, I have just the raw PowerPoint here as well that you can go through. Now, once you're finished with those guided notes, I have a couple of really, I think, interesting video clips for you to watch in regards to should people be eating insects and what's the value of that. Watch both of those clips because they're both information that you need for today's exit ticket, and we'll talk about this on Tuesday. So watch these clips, answer your exit ticket, okay, and then anything that you, any time remaining in class today after you finish these assignments, use that time to wrap up your one-pager to be working on your rough draft, which is due tomorrow, or your final draft, which is due Friday. Now, when you're taking those notes on that Intro to Arthropod lecture today, remember how you get there is you click on your class notebook tab over here in Canvas. That will open up your OneNote notebook. Under the second semester notes tab, you pan down until you see the title Intro to Arthropods. You click on that, and here's the notes that you fill out. Now, as you're watching this lecture, I want you to pay very close attention to a few specific things. So like always, since this is a new phylum, make sure that you pay attention to the major groups of this phylum and also the major characteristics that they all have in common. That's always important. That's always something you'll be tested on. And then two specific things I also want you to focus on. Arthropods have a very strong exoskeleton, which ends up being very important to their survival and also very important to the, it's one of the really important reasons why they're such a successful phylum. And then their jointed appendages. That's a big deal. And it doesn't sound like it at first. It doesn't sound like having jointed appendages really matters. But you'll see as we start learning about arthropods that these jointed appendages end up being like a Swiss Army knife. They end up being able to use these things for so many different things, and it leads to so much variety and diversity within this phylum. There's a good table here that you want to make sure that you do a good job with. That's a comparison of these largest arthropod groups. And then, of course, a little mention about arthropod diversity. And tomorrow we're going to talk about crustaceans. So make sure you do a good job with all this. Make sure you reach out to me. I'm available by email if you have questions. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.